Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Cloud Show. Today, we're going to talk about a really interesting topic, in my opinion, because there's a lot of course creation going on out there, and we're going to talk with a bona fide expert on the topic who has a Udemy channel, who has created technical courses, and who knows a lot about this stuff. So the star of the show tonight is Kuljot Bakshi. Welcome to the Cloud Show.
Yeah, hello everyone. Nice to be here.
It is lovely to have you. And I know you're a very active content creator, but you're also very active in community circles. And to top that, as if you didn't have anything else to do, you're also studying at the university,
Yeah.
right? So let's start with you for a few minutes to give the audience a context of who is you.
Yeah. I'm Kuljot Bakshi. I am currently an undergrad pursuing a major in environmental science and engineering at the Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, and the #1 ranked engineering college in India. And I'm also a Udemy instructor with my courses on Azure and AI. With 6 of my courses, with 7th in the pipeline, and 3 of my courses are also in the Udemy for Business platform. Into which only the top 2 or 3% of the courses on Udemy make an entry in. So,
Wow.
and I have a name for myself, you see M Singh. So
Yeah.
I call
If
myself
only
the
there
Singh
was
of,
a link on screen to show your Udemy account. That could be really
yeah,
helpful.
yeah. So I like to call myself as M Singh, the Singh of Microsoft, and I have that drawn into my back of the shirt as well. I'll show you. Maybe you can see
Oh,
this.
do it. We want to see. Oh, very nice. I love that. That's awesome.
So
That
I
is
had
brilliant.
my mom embroidery that for me.
There
So
you
that's
go.
something
That's how
that
to do it. And you're also, there we go, Udemy profile right there, everyone. Take a look at this and take some of his courses. Throw him some money.
Absolutely.
That's important.
Yeah.
But so that means that you're now, like I said, you're also an active community member and doing things in community-wise and stuff as well in the CSharpCorner community, and so you're sharing of the wealth as well that you have in knowledge, which
Yep.
is all good, all good. So now that we know a little bit about you, let's see about this content creation business. Like, so you have created courses that
Yeah.
are published and that you're in fact making money on, as a thing, which is great because that means that this is at a very competent professional level. So tell us a little bit about that process. Like how does one do that? What goes through the process of creating content?
Yeah. So it's I first of all I'll give a bit of background how I exactly started in this
Yes.
area, and I'll go all the way through. So the thing
Yeah.
was, having made to such a competitive college, having you know uh, drawn myself into a single room for the past 2 years, and then hopefully making it to the college, I was kind of lost, as in I wasn't enjoying the studies that were ongoing in college. So I needed something that I could really express my creative side on. And secondly, my father was going through a bit of financial crunch. So I said to him, why not, I put my skills, hone my skills, and help him. So it all started in the November
That's
month
great.
of last year, 2023. And I put my first course, that was Azure OpenAI, with generative AI on Azure. And I
Mhm.
did that, and right now I have 6 courses live, with 7 still in the pipeline, which will be published during this month. And it's just an incremental process that I did. I started with one course, moved on to the second, third, fourth, and I believe with each course you kind of improve
Of course.
yourself on. Yeah, absolutely. Every video that I shoot, I see myself improving in that aspect.
Hmm.
And that's just what I went through as a course creator. I have a lot of passion. I think the most thing that I enjoy is sharing my knowledge with others, putting my thoughts out there, and it's just like a creative vent for me. Just putting my creative side of me as an individual out there on Udemy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
making a good amount of money as well. That's the money side of perks for me.
Money is good. Money is always good.
Yeah. But
Let's not forget about that. So, but
on top of that, the appreciation that I receive from people, that's awesome. Yeah.
oh yeah, that's a very important key element there. But as we said, you have a long history of sharing also with the community, which is not
Yeah. Yeah.
necessarily for profit,
Yeah.
but also now doing it a little bit more professionally, as in packaging it in a platform and in a way that can be sold and people can buy your courses and learn that way.
Yeah.
Uh, all it's all good and all very valid and brilliant if you ask me.
Yeah.
So just about so how does it work to publish then? I mean, I guess there are some guidelines and some things that you have to adhere to if you want to have a Udemy course. And this is just an example. There are other platforms out there, but this is the one you have been using. So we might as well talk a little bit about that as well. How does it come together and you know
Yeah.
out there?
Yeah. So the thing on Udemy is you publish your videos, you package all of those videos as one course, uh, and then for the number of people that are going to buy your course, Udemy gives you money,
Hmm.
and then you sort of the thing with Udemy is I believe it's the biggest uh, brand as of today's period, which
Hmm.
is concerned with the video business.
Yep.
There's other platforms like Coursera, or maybe LinkedIn has a learning platform of
Oh yeah,
themselves.
yeah.
But yeah, the thing with LinkedIn is it's invitation only. I just cannot go there and put courses out there. The Udemy is open for all. It did not take my age into consideration, gave me a platform, and boom, turned that into a good side hustle for me.
Mhm.
And with the thing with, I think, Coursera and other platforms like this is it's an invitation basis only. So I think Udemy as a platform is open for all. There are
Mm.
no biases. If you have good talent of teaching people inside of you, maybe sharing knowledge, then Udemy is your go-to platform, and I'm really grateful to Udemy for them. So
Mm.
yeah, and and
Great.
and you put, yeah, yeah,
Okay, that's great. And then you put like you package it up and you publish this as
yeah,
your
yeah,
video and put
yeah,
the charging model on there as well. So
exactly, yeah.
brilliant. I love that. So let's talk a little bit more about the content that you have created, like your courses, and just maybe you can give an example of what you have done.
Yeah. So the first course of mine was on generative AI with Azure. Just as I said, it was Azure OpenAI.
Mm.
Then I focused a bit on Microsoft Copilot for M365, and covering the whole Microsoft Copilot world. Then I believe the third course was on Azure AI Studio. But now the really good thing, or the really good side that I'm entering now, is with data and AI. So a very, very common thing with generative AI and AI applications coming into today's world is it's really important that you own your data as well as
Mm.
you own your model. So you
Right.
have total control over the data that you own and the model that you are creating. And that's
Mm.
where products like Azure Databricks and Microsoft Fabric are coming into play. They are trying to build upon a solution that, for the data side of things, they make them work as a single source of truth for our organization, and they let you own the model that you're going to be creating. So I'm publishing right now courses on Azure Databricks. I've already published a course on Azure Databricks, and right now a course on Microsoft Fabric is still in the pipeline. So I'm also entering the data and AI world. uh, yeah,
Wow. Well, that's pretty impressive.
yeah.
And so how does this work? Like how have you seen the this sort of pick up over time with your courses? How do you get the exposure for this and get people to notice you and notice that you have content?
So, for the exposure and the guidance side of things, my father helps me a lot. He's been
Hmm.
in the same industry, cloud consulting industry, for the past 25 years. So
Yeah,
I,
I
I
know him well.
practically, yeah, I take a lot of guidance from him.
Yeah.
And speaking of how do I reach to the learning community, I believe I did not do any out of the box advertisement for my courses, uh, but it's just that it gained traction day by day. hour by hour. And then through word of mouth, it spread a lot. And right now I have 4,000 students under my learning belt. And they are people from company like Accenture, Adidas, ENY,
Yeah.
PwC. And that's wonderful. I mean, what more, speaking from my age, what more could I expect? God's
Oh yeah.
been very nice to me. Yeah.
Even more users, but yes, other than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely brilliant. I love that so much. And so
Yeah.
typically how long and like in terms of content size and stuff is a course? Like what have you found that more is better or less is better, or like what is more popular?
Uh, I believe there are two types of courses, and I
Yeah.
specialize in one of them. The first course is for the executives. It's like a 3 hour course, 4 hour long course in which you at least get to know the topic. And by those courses, you take a decision whether you want to deep dive into the topic or not. So this is the one type of course. The second one is a deep dive course, and that's where I specialize. So it's maybe
Hmm.
like a 20 to 24-hour long course in which uh, you have taken the decision that you want to deep dive into this world, and
Hmm.
that's where my courses come into play. So typically my courses are let's say 20 to 24 hours long, and I uh, and that's the key area that I specialize in,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
deep dive courses. Yeah.
Deep dive courses. And do
Yeah.
you like is there something for the attendee to do as well? Is there like a takeaway for them, or is it you showing and telling things?
So I prepare my own labs. By labs, I mean hands-on activities. So essentially, I put my all of my code base on GitHub repositories that I host on
Mm.
my own account, and then through the videos I show them the demo as if you were to do on your device. This is how you would do using the same GitHub repository for the hands-on activities. So
Hmm.
it's a complete hands-on learning experience, as well as covering the theory, covering the overall architecture, uh, telling them where all of this is going to come into place. And yeah, a lot of focus on hands-on activity. I am
Okay.
particularly good in creating labs. That's what I've found,
That's
rather
what you
than
know.
the
Yeah.
architecture things. Yeah, yeah.
That's good. All right, that's interesting. And so, if someone out there is listening who would be very interested to know how to like get started with this, and I don't know, compete with you maybe, but you're way ahead. But how does one start if like from zero, or in a few simple steps, if you can help with that?
I think it's pretty simple to at least register yourself on Udemy, because, as I said, Udemy is open for all.
Hmm.
If you have the passion inside of you, they'll let you put up courses and hopefully take you as a Udemy instructor, partner, or even put your courses in the Udemy for Business program. But the most important thing that I believe is for you to start creating courses and valuable content out there that's going to improve people's lives is you got to have that passion, and you got to take criticism. I took in a lot of criticism in the initial months. People used to uh, write down some really harsh words, but I did not take that to heart, but I rather improved upon it. So again, feedback mechanism has to be there. You got to be improving day by day. Do not take it to your ego. And secondly, be passionate about what you're doing. I remember after completing college, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., I used to come back to my hostel room and then work on these courses as late as 3 in the night. So
Oh wow.
passion,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, passion is always required. And I think that took a bit of toll on my health. I was quite sick for the past few months because of this, but that's what I thrive for.
You've
Yeah,
been working really, really hard, and that's impressive in its own right. Okay,
yeah,
so passion, thick skin,
yeah, thick
and
skin. Yeah,
lot of time in the nights.
exactly.
And so, do you have anything to disclose about what is coming down the line? And you said you have multiple 7 new courses coming, or
Yeah,
whatever that was. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
What are do you have anything to like tell us the titles or what's coming?
So, just as I said, I have 6 courses up and
Oh,
running. The
yeah.
latest one was on data and AI world, Azure Databricks. And the seventh one that's in the pipeline is also Microsoft Fabric. That's a very, very new and upcoming technology, and that's going
Oh,
to change the
yeah.
dynamics, the way that we work with data and AI. Just as I said, you own the data as well as you own the model.
I might
you are
actually
kind of,
take that one because I want to know
yeah,
more about Microsoft Fabric myself. I know
yeah,
it's a big deal. It's a very big deal.
yeah.
Yeah,
So you might remember this name M Singh with data and
that's right.
AI in the
That's right.
future.
I
Yeah,
might remember that
yeah,
for the future.
yeah,
Brilliant. So I can only say that it has been really really nice to talk to you about this, and I want to thank you for sharing the like a little bit of the methodology and the insights and the things of how to do this. This has been very insightful and very helpful, and I'm glad that we had the opportunity to sit down together.
awesome.
Right. Brilliant. So I want to thank you for being on the Cloud Show, and audience, we will see you next time on the Cloud Show with another topic. Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone. Thanks a lot.